Today's video diary is going to be for anyone who knows they need to do something to change your life but keep hesitating, because I've been there for a long time and I'm finally starting to get out of it. So if you've been overwhelmed or irritated and avoiding routines, putting off your daily checklist, I want you to watch this video because I don't believe in coincidences, and I know that the universe led you here for a reason, because something I'm going to share in this video is going to change your life. So if you watched yesterday's video, I talked a little bit about how I was going to do a life shift today, and just since the plans that I had were canceled, to just focus as much as I can on improving my life and getting ahead of my goals and checking things off my to-do list. And while I did do those things, my day still didn't go the way I thought or expected it to go. I keep reminding myself that life isn't always going to follow the script. You don't have to follow the script, and just because things don't happen the way you think they're gonna go, they're still going the way that they need. I slept in and I started working on the essay that I have to write, and I took notes, read the chapter, so when I sit down to write it, it'll be super easy. I ran errands with my mom that needed to get done, and I got veggies for the guinea pigs, and I finally started writing a daily checklist of things that I have to do every single day that are, I know, only gonna help keep me accountable and keep me on track. I've been putting off making this daily checklist for so long, but I realized that the reason I've been avoiding making a daily checklist for so long, because I did work on making one many years ago, but I never followed through or finished. I realized that once I do it and once I put it up, I have to stick to it, and a part of me doesn't fully recognize that version of myself yet that sticks to the plan and sticks to what I know I need to do every single day. Because if I put it up, it means I'm finally taking that step and I can't look back. The truth is, I know that she's in there. She's been proven to herself every day, but I'm getting there. I'm making the checklist and I'm gonna do it. And I am learning that the person that checks off everything that she intends to do, she's in there. And the version of me that does what she needs to do, she's inside of me. She's here and she's coming out. I'm proving to myself every day that I can hold myself accountable, and putting up this daily checklist is finally just the last push, I think, of stepping into that version of myself and realizing that it doesn't matter if you don't recognize her. She's there and she's here and she's not going anywhere. On top of that, I spent quality time with my cousin. We went out and we played Pokemon Go for December Community Day, and I finally worked on my compost bin. I haven't been putting anything in forever, so I finally took everything that I've been needing to throw in and I threw it in there, and I wrote on my daily checklist to take the compost out every day so it doesn't turn into the back burner like it was, because I did most of the editing that I had set out to do today, and it's only 9:45 right now, so I have time to finish. And so pretty much all day, I was doing something. There really wasn't much of sitting around and not doing anything. Even if I didn't check certain things off of my to-do list, I still worked towards checking them off. So I did so much. I was productive, but I still feel like I didn't do anything and I didn't do enough, and there's still so much left to do. And on top of all that, I went to Hotworks again and I did the row machine that they had in the sauna for the first time, and then I did a hot yoga session, and it tracks, so I was working out for an hour and tracks your calories while you're working out, and then it tracks your calories for an hour after you worked out. And today, and it resets every 90 days for how many calories you burn. So today reset for my 90 days. Today was day 1 of 90 and I burned 852 calories. And if you burn 27,000 calories in 90 days, you earn a $100 reward. So I am pushing myself to earn that $100 reward So subscribe, stick around, and see how fast I can do it, because I'm hoping to do it within 60 days. And it would have been really easy for me to not show up to Hotworks and to not work out, make excuses and say I was sore, but if I went yesterday when I didn't want to go, and when I couldn't push myself, I sat in the sauna and journaled. There really wasn't an excuse, so I pushed myself to go. I really enjoyed it, and I ended up running into one of my best friends who works out there too. We weren't planning on running into each other, but we saw each other and we worked out together, and it was a really nice reward from the universe. And I really just felt reminded that sometimes showing up, even when it's hard, leads to the exact moment or connection that you really needed. So like I said, again, things don't always happen the way you think or you expect, but they always happen the way that they need to. Because while everything I've said, like, it seems fine, grand, and dandy and exciting, I was also super overwhelmed and irritated and agitated. Mainly, it was all internal, and I knew that most of what was agitating me and irritating me was my BPD brain beating myself up and overthinking, making up reasons to panic and think people are angry at me and hate me and that I'm not doing enough and I'm not good enough. And whether you have BPD or not, it just, because of the fact that I have BPD, that's what makes it so intense for me, especially because I've been off medication for about a month and I am self-regulating. Doesn't mean that there aren't hard situations that come up. And today there wasn't any hard situations. It was just my brain being mean to me. But I didn't react. I worked on my breathing and the internal dialogue that I've been training myself to have, and talking myself out of it and justifying how I'm feeling. And at the end of the day, I got through it and I felt so much better off for it, that, you know, I'm not gonna beat myself up for being overwhelmed or frustrated. I'm not gonna beat myself up at all, but I'm proud of myself for experiencing the emotions I felt and moving through them without needing anything else except for myself. And I know it's not the last time it's gonna happen, but I know that next time that happens, I can use this time as a reminder that things aren't always what your brain makes them out to be. And most of the time things aren't what your brain makes them out to be. Because like I said, I saw my friend at Hotworks today, and we hadn't seen each other in a while, and we haven't spoken as much the past few weeks. And naturally, as someone who has borderline personality disorder, in my head of she's avoiding me, she doesn't like me, or whoever it is, you know, drifting away, like everything, trying to make everything about how it's about what I'm doing wrong. But knowing that the truth is, it's the holiday time, people get busy, and I know she's doing a lot for herself too. She's going through a lot and doing really well, and people get busy, and whether it's this connection or another one, but reminding myself over and over again that, you know, she's taking care of herself, I'm taking care of myself. And because of that, that's why spending 45 minutes together felt so much more special, because I know I'm not as readily and easily as available as I was in the past, because of the fact that I'm taking care of myself and honoring my needs and my boundaries. That's the same reason that she's not as readily and easily as available as in the past. And two people being aware of that makes it so much more valuable of a friendship. And let me tell you, if your brain plays that same trick on you, you're not alone. And another thing that I realized today and was able to admit to myself is, you know, I'll be looking at my whiteboard of all my to-do lists and things I have to do, and I'll be looking like, okay, what else can I add to it? What else can I add to my to-do list? Meanwhile, there's so many things already on my to-do list that I'm just avoiding and don't really want to be doing, so I'm trying to find other things to do, but I spend more time thinking about what other things can I add to my to-do list sometimes than it would have taken me to do something that's on there that only takes a few minutes to do. And I could have checked that off in the time I was thinking about what else can I add to my plate. So I don't know if that's just me, maybe that's you too, but avoiding things doesn't make you a failure. It means you're a human being, which we all are, because I got frustrated with someone today. And while I was frustrated with this person, I realized that this person is also a human being and makes mistakes. Did they mean to mess up and upset me, or no? So I took my frustration and I'm allowed to be frustrated in the moment, but then move on and be like, you know what? If I were in this person's shoes and I did this, I know it would be an accident, and I wouldn't be happy about it if someone was upset and angry at me and reacted over it. So I moved on. I couldn't change anything. I was frustrated in the moment, but that frustration passed and went on to the next thing instead of holding grudges and making my day worse for being angry at someone else for something that they didn't mean to do. Because most of the time when someone hurts us, they don't mean to, and most of the time when we hurt someone else, we're not meaning to hurt other people, but we all hurt people when we don't mean to. But we all hurt people at times. That's just part of life and growing. So now it's about 10 p.m. I am going to be door dashing in the middle of the night, delivering food starting at midnight, because there's peak pay in my area, extra $2.50 a delivery, and every little bit adds up. So before I sat down to film this video, I placed a Walmart order for delivery and I spent $40. And I was really stressed out about having to spend $40 on food that I need to eat. So I told myself, all right, you know what? I spent $40. I'm gonna be door dashing. My goal is to make $50. That's a new trick I'm gonna start playing with myself. Whenever I have financial stress, I'm going to turn it into a concrete, doable target to prove to myself that money comes back around, and it motivates me to keep going. So that was today. It was messy, it was productive, it was emotional, it was overwhelming, but I'm really proud. And so if you're still watching this, thank you so much for still being here. If you haven't already, please subscribe, because I'm gonna be back here every single day doing a daily video diary, and I don't sugarcoat anything, and I'm always honest about my experiences and what I'm going through and what I'm teaching myself and how I'm learning over time. And comment down below what you're proud of for today, and comment down below what your goal for tomorrow is. My goal for tomorrow: finish writing the essay I need to write, to go to Hotworks again, edit content for 2 hours. That's my goal. You don't need a perfect day to start shifting your life. You just need an honest one where you show up just a little bit, even when it's hard. We can do this together, and comment down below what other videos you want to see from me and what you took away from this video. And I can't wait to see you again soon.